Oh, my precious, precious LBN universe. What a glorious night the Superstar Shakeup turned out to be. Can we take a moment to pat me on the back for a job magnificently done? A standing ovation, please? No? Oh, you'll come around eventually? Now, as I was saying, I brokered the greatest deal in LBN history when I brought the entire Sloth Empire. Yes, Mason Barry, Abominator, and yes, even Lachlan to Monday nights. Mason and Abominator, they are absolute top-tier competitors. True assets to the golden age of LBN Mondays under my leadership. And Lachlan? Well, let's just say we're taking a bit of a gamble on dear Lachlan. Some might call him the weak link, but I see potential. And perhaps if he humbles himself and takes notes from the great Mason Barry, maybe, just maybe, he could one day rise to the level of a solid B+ player. But I wouldn't hold my breath. Oh, and some of you peasants might have questioned my decision to take the Miller first overall in the draft. Well, let's just say I have something truly special in store for our dear Miller boy. Oh, ho, ho. It's gonna be simply marvelous watching my plans unfold. But enough about the draft. Let's talk about the true highlight of Saturday night, the dominance of the men of virtue. My decision to reinstate them has been absolutely vindicated. Deacon Macaulay and classy Brendan Dassey brought home the LBN tag titles, and their fearless leader, Wee Mark, is now your LBN World Champion. So ho ho, magnifique. They're the perfect representation of what I envisioned for LBN Mondays. A roster led by strength, virtue, and a willingness to do whatever it takes. The men of virtue are not just champions. They are prophets of my new era. Together, we will rule this wrestling landscape with an iron fist, and no one, and I mean no one, will stop me as I return LBN Mondays to its rightful place as the undisputed A-Show.
That was quite the stunt you pulled, Max. You didn't think I was gonna be here tonight, did you? Or ever. But here I am. And quite frankly, I'm just here to tell you a few things that, you should know, but you haven't been told. The board hasn't been very pleased with you as of late. And while you're still green and you're still new to the job, rather than firing you, on the spot. The board has made an executive decision to change the landscape of LBM Mondays going forward. Yes, he brought the Men of Virtue back, and yes, they have dominated once again, but man, you must be a jackass if you really think the board's just going to allow you to have your way, because we all know with your abuse of power is from your lack of knowledge and your lack of professionalism in this company. And with that being said, also, a couple of weeks ago I had an announcement to make, and whilst I was rudely interrupted by that little rat wee Mark. I never got to announce that, or anything at all. So here it is, Max. You are no longer the only sheriff in this town no more. The biggest mistake you ever made was letting me still breathe. Yeah, my in-ring career might be over, but for certain, my days of talking are not. Max, yeah, you may have still some power here, but so do I, as I am the new co-general manager for LBN Mondays. I said you bought that sneak attack a couple of weeks ago. I figured you forgot something. So welcome everybody to LBM Mondays. I am one of your co-GMs, and so since the other GM is going to be taking the rest of the night off, I guess I'm running the show tonight. First order in charge, of course. I saw the current platform Max had slated for some of the wrestlers on this show tonight, so I'm going to shake things up a little bit. We are going to be doing some qualifying matches starting tonight for Money in the Bank, where 8 men will climb the ladder and retrieve a briefcase to guarantee a title match at any place. Does that sound excited? Well, here's another bit of exciting news for you. There is something I need to get off my chest, and while, I'm here speaking to everybody, instead of wasting another segment on the show like Max does, and he wastes like 3 segments on a show, rather than doing it in 3 separate segments, let's do it on 1 segment tonight, and let me get this off my chest. I do have one thing to do, and that is, well, there is a member on this roster, on the LBM roster, who I, in the past, have put through some hell. Look, Miller, in our past, I have made your life a living hell. Causing you to lose friends, causing you to sacrifice their opportunities. I am not looking for your forgiveness, don't get me wrong. But I want to be impartial. I want to show how impartial I am. I want to make it up to you, which is why I'm going to give you an automatic pass into Money in the Bank. And let's get on with the show. It's going to be one to remember.